I think we got it. I think it's time. Let's do this. It's right over here. It's the thing, you know. Hey, there we go, friends. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whatever time it might be in your part of the world, I can find the button. There it is.
Greetings, my excellent friend.
It is so good to see you. My name is Jeff Fritz, and today is December 11th, 2023. We're going to write a little bit of code today. I even said it out there on the social medias. We're going to do some damage. We're going to get through some stuff today and make some progress and feel good about ourselves. I'm looking forward to this. I spent my morning taking care of some home repairs, taking care of a little bit of cleaning around the house, getting stuff settled in. I am off work and I am feeling good, and it's, you know what? I want to write some code, have some fun here. And yeah, we're gonna go after that a little bit. How you doing there, chat room? Let me say hello and bring up the chat room. It's this button right over there. That's not the transition. It's supposed to be the move transition. How you doing there? Let's see. UNESCO, good to see you. Hello. Thindall, welcome in. Robert Tables, hello. It is 3 p.m. I'm feeling lucky and wanting to write some code. I got my Penn State Blue Band hat on today. It's a very thin outline for this. It's actually the formation, the PSU formation that the band makes when they're on the field and they're playing the alma mater for Penn State. Pre-game formation that the band makes. Fantastic. So they're across the field, the middle of the field like this, and my daughter's usually right about here in the end zone with the flag doing the thing and the spinning and the stuff. So that's yeah, wearing the Penn State band hat today. How you doing there, Stelzy? Is it Abel Garesu? Is that how you pronounce that? Well, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy my videos. There's more planned. There's more that we're going to be getting into. How you doing there, Acid Necro? Good to see you. Hello. Fish Belly on Twitch. Drop table users. No, that's what Robert's trying to do. He's actually over here somewhere. There he is, right up there. And of course, we're broadcasting on YouTube. I've been syndicating to YouTube for about the past month to see how it goes. And quite frankly, nobody watches on YouTube. So, that's it. It's been ages. You've been working hard on your app. That's, hey, good for you. You know what? You've been in can't get anything at all done mode all day. You know what? I felt like I got past that a little bit this morning. Had some work to do in the bathroom, working on the shower in the bathroom, getting things cleaned up and all set there. And I got into a mode. I got into a mindset and finished. So I feel good there. We'll get back in and do some more work over the rest of the week, and yeah, it'll be good. Share what? Sorry, you're not allowed in my shower, Thindall. That's not how this works. Motivation. I can share some motivation, absolutely. Diagnose what's going wrong with your espresso machine. Now, Fishbelly, there is the single cup Keurig machine that my daughter had up at college. She brought home. She's like, I don't really use this, you know. So the wife took it and took it with her to work. And literally after like 2 weeks, it would start pumping water, but it would never dispense or heat the water. And so we got to figure out what's wrong with that. That feels like an easy repair.
A 2020 just resubscribed for 23 months.
23 months. Thank you so much. And like I do with all my subscriptions, cheers, advertising, we're going to make a donation to the American Cancer Society. Thank you so much for that support. You have to have a pleb drip coffee. Well, you know. Jens
Woes just resubscribed for 24 months. Good evening, Fritz and chat.
Good
Feels like a descaling problem.
that I don't know. Could be. That's not a bad. That's not a bad just first guess, right? Like, take care and see what that is. Have I been doing gas fitter work? No. No. You don't drink coffee. What? What? I didn't know that was possible. Are you serious? And the stream deck just shut off. That you don't drink coffee? Come on now. Come on now. How can you not drink coffee? Some good instant coffee out there?
You keep using the word. I do not think it means what you think it means.
I don't think so. Hey, good evening. How you doing there, Eric? Hello. You're serious? I don't know. You like to do some more woodworking? Nice. You do drink more Red Bull. Okay. All right, there you go. Eric needs some coffee. Lanky Scottish nerd, good to see you. Hey, President, not sure. The young people sometimes drink soda, Red Bull instead. See. You'll grow up and learn the taste of the burnt bean. The burnt bean water. How you doing there, Lucy? Hope you're doing well. I saw your saw your messages there. So I loved Structs. Hello, how you doing there? I guess you love Structs. You coming up on 39? There you go. It doesn't know this hat. This is going to be a tough hat for it to learn. We can try and train it. But this is going to be a tough one. Because the logo on this is very thin. It's very thin stitching on this logo. So we'll try and get it loaded. We'll see what happens here. Yeah, it's very white. I have this problem with white hats, where the lighting just reflects and So espresso, I'm gonna agree with you on that one. It's still taking pictures. Why is it still taking pictures? That's a lot of pictures. Like, who told you to keep taking pictures like that? I mean, I guess it's supposed to be, but like, wait. Let's see. I'm gonna pop open a new browser and get over to, and I do think we're gonna end up rebuilding our own custom vision website feature service to detect the logos that are on my hats, because now I'm in this weird state. Oh, you finally decided to go through. Thank you. Let me get some music playing here in the background. I'm going to go to the Stream Beats Synthwave playlist. I'm going to scroll way down here. Let's go to this one. This is called Buffer. This is music that's DMCA free, royalty free. Check it out at anywhere that you listen to music. This is streambeats.com. Big thanks to Harris Heller and his team of creators for making this music that we're listening to today. What do we got there? I'm going to grab your message while I'm queuing up and setting up the detection here. One second. Featured chat was not quite ready for me today. Let's see. Maybe I can answer this while we're going along here. You're a student who has primarily been learning React web dev. You want to get out of the Node ecosystem because you feel like you're just using modules and not creating anything yourself. But I want to get into data science, machine learning, but I still want to make apps and websites. Would .NET be good for a student wanting to get a job quickly in the States? Yes, it would. There's a lot of folks in the States that are using .NET. I mean, lots. So let me call this blue band white. I think that's a fine tag. what you're going to find with folks in the States that are doing .NET, there's a lot of people that are building, creating for it. Certainly creating libraries. There are lots of libraries out there, but there's always room for folks to make more stuff. Don't be disheartened because you're using somebody else's modules, somebody else's libraries. Be concerned if there's no support or anything to go with it. So it's not a bad thing. I mean, I'm not gonna badmouth the JavaScript community, but there's the tools and features that you'll find around .NET were built specifically to make .NET a better ecosystem, like to make it a much more productive experience, because the folks at Microsoft want to be able to build, originally wanted to be able to build apps for Windows easily and quickly. So, like, that's a thing. So, I mean, you've got the largest software company in the world working to make your development experience better, because that's what they themselves use in many of their applications. Not all, but many of their applications. And a lot of folks that build components, games, features for Xbox use it as well. A lot of game developers on Xbox use it. So the Xbox team doesn't use it they don't typically use it for building games, instead having custom engines typically, but it is possible. There are game engines and features out there that folks use. I'm going to let that just cook for a bit there. Push that off to the side. There we go. So yeah, you'll find a job getting into .NET. Let me back up here. I see a couple more questions. So, Acid Necro with a question. If I wanted to enable a preview for multiple types of files in an MVC ASP.NET 7 front end, and the data is coming from files in the back office APIs, is it possible to stream the file as a preview inside a div? Do I need a lib for each type of file? You are going to need some sort of a file conversion library to get thumbnails. Yes. Is it possible to stream them? Well, sure. But if you want to do some kind of it's going to be dependent on the various file types that you're working with. So that's kind of an open question, but yeah. The problem with .NET is it's a conspiracy by big code to make people code more. Lucy. You used to use .NET a little bit with Unity a few years ago, but switched to TypeScript mainly for React. So here's the deal. TypeScript and C#, both invented by the same guy. Syntax is very similar. So there were some good desktop apps back in the day written in .NET and GTK. Yep. So, what did I? Hey, Regathian. The feeling of only using modules. Oh yeah, that's going to be much, much stronger when you get into machine learning. Yes. So, wish there hadn't been such a backlash in the Linux world when Mono first started gaining traction. Yeah, you know. Unfortunately, there are folks that are closed-minded and very closed-minded. And something that they were upset about that happened 2 Microsoft CEOs ago, 30 years ago now. And quite clearly, quite literally, most of the staff has turned over since then. And most of the Microsoft staff. And quite frankly, these folks are so stubborn. They quite literally will not talk to me because I work at Microsoft. Like in passing, hey, how's it going? You know, nice to meet you. My name's Jeff. I do a thing on Twitch. They won't even acknowledge me because I work at Microsoft. Like, okay. It makes me sad for them that they are that close-minded in their life that they will not accept and even talk to other folks. So, you really like how Microsoft is run now? Developers are really good people. CEOs making big calculated moves in business. Well, that's just it. They don't like business. Quite literally, these folks would prefer if Microsoft didn't make money. 30 years in development time is nothing. Oh, unhip coder. 30 years in development time is 90 different JavaScript frameworks that have come and go as the must-have tool that you need to have 10 years of experience in. 30 years experience is about 10 years less than an enterprise developer wants in a support contract. Shareholders do care if the company makes money. The open source community does not. And therein is the rub, and why at its very core, open source software is unsustainable and needs a business model so that you can pay people to maintain it as it gets more and more popular. So, we've been working on TagsApp, this application right here that helps bring together messages across social media services. We have support for Twitter, Mastodon, YouTube chat. We can search YouTube videos. Blazot is a relatively new open source social media network that's built on Blazor. And Mastodon, Twitter, Twitch chat, YouTube, live chat, and searching YouTube. And we can, of course, take in custom messages from other websites. VB.net is used heavily in enterprise. Yes, it is. Nope, NFL, not NFT. Sorry. So we've been working on this, and there's some issues with the configuration screens we're going to go through and address and get this moving, hopefully rolled out with updates to those. I'm going to take a pause in some of the configuration rewrite. We've got some updates for how to integrate with Bluesky, and we know how to integrate with Discord. We previously wrote a Discord bot on channel. We're going to grab both of those data points, and we're going to integrate Discord and Bluesky as well. That'll bring our collection of providers that you can interact with to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is actually 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It'll bring it to 9. 9? 9 is good. 9 is good. You know what's better? 13. We'll get there. Let's do something with a URL and a blockchain. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's grab the link here. Let's set up a project command. Updating UI in TagsApp and connecting it to Discord and Bluesky. Source at. Bang. There we go. And we will pin that message from the bot on Twitch. If you're watching on YouTube, and it looks like there are 2 people watching on YouTube, there's a link just below in the description to TagsApp if you want to check out the source code, if you want to learn more. This is the project we've been building, working on since July. I need to record a retrospective of how we got here. Video, a couple blog posts, and get this thing moving. Let me go to this question from Acid Necro. Where'd it go? It didn't show up on featured chat. There it is. What happened to TagZap during .NET Conf? At some point, it stopped bringing new info. What do you mean? Give me details. What? Yeah. What do you mean it stopped giving you new info? I'm going to start opening, getting back into over here. What do you mean? What refresh? The demo NFL site has been kind of in pause mode since the sample. How you doing there, Wise Otter? Welcome back with the resub.
Just resubscribed for 7 months. C# party.
Yes, thank you so much, Wise Otter, and I'll make another donation to the American Cancer Society. Where was I? So this is starting up, and it is letting me get in here. It didn't go offline. It ran just fine for the time that we needed it online. Yep, that's a known issue. Where'd it go? Rebuild. Come on. Oh, wow, look at that. It's already, the custom vision's already done with the rebuild of the model here. Publish that. Put it in there. There it goes. And tuck that away over here.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
75%. That's not bad. Do that again.
Now we know.
And knowing is half the battle.
75.2. Hey, Chris Jones. Hello, hello. All right. Try this again here. What? What? Uh-huh. No. There it is, about to run. There's one where you can see two people showing a message from the tag set, but they were trying to make it bring in new information, but had no luck. Nope. Nope. It ran just fine the entire event. Could not load security. Source. Hey, Landon. How you doing there? And here we go. Yeah. Come on. The heck? Could not load file or assembly, storage, Postgres security. Really? I've got to go through this nonsense? Output path, bin. Oh, it's going to be one of these days, is it? Hello, Shadav from Timmy the Termite. Welcome in. Hello, Timmy. That says it built properly. We'll kick that off. Start thinking about starting your own project in the .NET environment. Nice. David, hello, welcome. No. Could not load Postgres security. Okay. There it is. It's officially a Monday now, right? I gotta go dig this up. Are you kidding? Services extensions 153. Let's go find this. No, that's the wrong entry. Try that again. It should pick it up even though it doesn't know. Really? Migrations Assembly is looking for an assembly name. Let's see. Assemble. Give me a nice using statement there. And if I give it that name, it's not going to find it. No, it's not a file path location. It's a full name. If I said load file, I could probably give it a file name. Now let's see what you got. Really? Yep, should be able to load and reference it dynamically. Is not an absolute path. Oh man, you're gonna do this to me? Can I do a file info? File info. Hit that again. Can I guide you on how to become a good .NET Core developer? How you doing there, or Paracha? It's going to take a long time. It's not something you can do overnight. Could not load file or assembly. See dev tags app, blah, 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 blah. Tags app, security. No, it didn't. It's not looking in the bin folder. So let's do this. I know. Now, what do we get for that? Takes a long time, but I mean, it could certainly point you in the right direction to get you some learning here. Warnings as errors? No. Bin debug net 8. Oh, system tags app web. Oh, I gotta take the file name off. It's like not full name. I don't think it's no, that's no, it's a deprecate escaped code base. Is that what we want? No. If I said get file, it returns a file stream. I don't want a file stream. Name, I don't want the name. I want the like location. No. Yeah. Like I mean, I guess I could load that into, right? If I did like a new file info on that, right? Which feels weird. Full name. Right? That feels like trying to smash that all together. Can I explain the new spread operator? I can, but then I'd have to shoot you. Cannot load file or assembly, tags, app, storage, Postgres, security, version 1.0. It cannot find the file specified. What? Assembly load file. And then I'm trying to pass. Do I dispose? Do I have to clean that up? Even if I... Services extension now 150. Yeah, I've already wiped it there. So move that down there. Path get directory name. Sure, I'll do. That's fine. I'll do get executing assembly. And that gives me the directory name. And then I'm trying to smash onto it the name of the DLL I want. So when we get down to here, yeah, that should be. Should find it. How you doing, Big Pod? Union is not a thing anymore. Why am I unioning? Stop it. Could not load file or assembly. System cannot find the file specified, even though I've got it. Come here, you. So why are you telling me that you can't find it? Because it's clearly on disk. Yeah, the spread stuff. It just generates a. It generates a collection with values between the two values that were specified. So. Nah, it's not a concatenate. No. No, spread is use 1.9 and it generates the digits 1 to 9, or it does a match on anything between there. Why is it saying it cannot load it? Right, you can say array equals ... and then a value, and yeah. You want to move to .NET Core in Azure? Nice. But why am I not getting... Yeah, I did append it, and it has the full name of the assembly. It's loaded the assembly in that previous method, but when this is called here, it's not seeing it for some reason. Yeah, I do allow folks to contribute to projects on GitHub. Take a look at the link at the top of chat. It's open source. Anybody's allowed to contribute. There's all kinds of issues out there for folks. How did this break? It was literally working the other day. And we used it. We used it a lot. Shouldn't be different if I started from Visual Studio versus over there. Build succeeded, but then when it goes to do the reflection load, it... Yeah. Yeah, and it's not going to show me the code that's trying to run it. It's not even going to show me the exception. That's not the file name. That's not the file name. Copilot, you're overthinking this. That it didn't. It was trying to load the wrong file name. Right? Did you see? It was trying to load a. No, I'm not in the wrong branch. This is... Could not load file or assembly. Okay, and then when I said view details, right? Could not load file or assembly. System cannot find the file specified. And when I go up to file name here, the file name it's trying to load yeah, I'm back in DLL hell, aren't I? I did run a clean. We'll do it again. So there where it built. Most of these are null reference. Oh, you could be null. Woo! So it wrote out TagZap storage Postgres security into TagZap web bin debug net 8. There it is. So it wrote the migration assembly into the correct location. Do I use Entra ID? No. And could not load. And when I do give it the full name, doesn't load it either. Okay. Yeah. So why the heck can't it find it? Like, we generated and ran and loaded all of this. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Why can't this assembly be found? TagZap storage Postgres security DLL is present in the same directory as the executing assembly. TagZap storage Postgres security, it's right there. The assembly file exists but is inaccessible due to insufficient permissions. I just made it, so it should still work. Entra ID for you can store, what is it, the first 500,000 users in it for free. So assembly file exists. Is corrupted or invalid.
And knowing is half the battle.
So why isn't it loading it? Why isn't it loading it? Holy crow, that's old. Well, try rebuilding and dropping it in there. Yeah. Nope. That doesn't make sense to me at all. Why Postgres? Cheap, easy, runs in a Docker container, nice and quick. I also have SQLite out there as another option. The security... So I put the migrations because the migrations... because the migrations for Postgres and... particularly... What's up? Oh, thank you. Particularly, where is it? There's an auto increment in here somewhere. There's an identity. Here. You see it uses Postgres specific syntax inside the web project. Yeah. This is inside ASP.NET role claims. There's SQLite specific syntax there also. So if you want to maintain migrations for two different SQL providers, you need two different sets of migrations. How important do I think Docker is to know for an average developer? To know how Docker works, to know how to start and work with Docker. Yeah, I think it's pretty important because I think it's becoming an essential part of our toolkit. Do you need to know how to build and run your own containers and customize and execute things in virtualized configurations, mounting folders? No, you don't have to go that deep. At some point you may need to, but you don't need to go that deep. That's where I was. And I can't get the type of, because I can't get the reference because there's a circular reference here. And that's what I'm thinking about breaking. because the user context is the security context. Oh, where is it? Really? You're not going to find it? Thank you. The security context is here inside the web project, inside my identity area. So the content to work with that is down here. I could move that context out to another library, manage it over there, and pull and push back and forth there. By moving it somewhere else, I wouldn't have this circular reference issue. What a pain in the neck. Like, it's not an impossible or terrible thing for me to move. There's other things here that are SQL-lite in nature that I would need to bust up and move around. And I'd have to move my user around, which only adds a display name here. But eventually in the future, we may enhance. All right, I'll move it. And then I'll end up renaming this thing, and then I can add direct references to those. All right, fine. I'm going to add another class library. I'm going to add a couple of these then. I don't like it. It's like class library sprawl. Let's call this tagzap.security, just to make it simple. I have multiple different contexts, yes. So I'm going to grab these two and move them up here. And yeah, you don't know what that is, do ya? Change namespace. How you doing there, Voivoda? Welcome. We need to add some packages. That one. Give me the latest. Cool. Give me that one. I'm sure that's good enough. Sure. I don't think I'm using that anymore. This I moved. I know I moved. Right, I don't have settings anymore. Well, there's that. Is this being used anywhere else? I don't think so. Nope. Right? Thanks, Voivoda. How you doing, Dr. Cox? Am I not able to use iDesignTime DB Context Factory? Why would I use that? Oh yeah, we broke all this stuff. Mostly because I moved it. But that's okay. I think... No.
Developers.
Thank you so much for the follow. Right, if this is only used... It was only in the database context, and it's not used there either. Yeah, this is going to go away. So, let's comment that out. Oh, heck. So back into here, we can get rid of that. Not sure why that isn't coming through. Let's see, what do we get here? If you make a view partial, it contains, let's say, div my div and a button and an on click that deletes my div, yeah. If I insert that view partial twice or more, yeah, that's because you've now created multiple entries with the same ID. So don't do that. Yeah, use either a class or generate a GUID on that ID that's always going to be unique and pass that around. Yeah, generate a GUID that's specific to that view partial, stored in keep it somewhere private to that partial, and then interact with and grab that GUID and delete just that one. Right, you need some sort of a context to go in and get there. Well, when you talk about generating content and adding it into the DOM, you can either use GUIDs or you can use an auto-incrementing integer. I mean, those are your two choices to try and keep things unique. How would you like to keep things unique? There are folks that would say use classes and then delete the one that's within the same context as your button. Just walk up and find the nearest whatever of that class and delete that one. But without knowing your HTML, I can't talk you through that. Is Postgres running? Yeah, Postgres is running. It's, do the thing over here. See, there it is. It's running. Is this the kind of problem React? No. No. You're talking about a pretty standard problem. I want to interact with just the elements in a section, in a component, in an area bit of my user interface. You need to uniquely describe the things that you're generating and putting down. If you give everything the same ID, it's not going to work. Because they're not unique. So how do you uniquely describe the thing that you're putting down? That's so. How do you create the migrations? We'll get there. Every UI framework has ways to generate references and pass things around there. Quick Man, welcome.
What'd you do?
I pronounced the N multiple times. That's what I did. Welcome. Thanks so much. Oh, I see what you're doing there. Right. That is the type of syntax I'm going to end up using. Because I'm separating things here. I'm not sure why it. Where is that? That's a. No. I'm going to need some of these folks to join. But that's... I don't think I need to do that. Something that I ran into the other day that I was trying to get set up so we could do some collaboration streams and the like. The BIOS for this machine hadn't been updated, and there were fixes available. Oh my gosh. Patching and updating that BIOS, there were glitches you may have seen when I stream on some other folks' channels, when I appear on StreamYard or in GoToMeeting or GoToWebinars, all fixed with this BIOS patch. Oh my gosh. Life-changing patch that I applied. Do yourselves a favor and make sure you check to see if there's a BIOS update for your machine. Oh boy. Okay. So pulling that out over there and having the user sitting over here, those are okay. You're in the wrong namespace. Yep. So now what I'm going to do, I'm going to go back into Tags App Web. And inside program, not you. Program? Yeah, I guess. Global using Tags App security. I need to add a reference for that. I'm going to add a couple of project references as I go through here, because I want to have these things separate. Now, because I've got that broken out. What? One second here. So I thought I'd canceled all my meetings, and a friend just jumped in and said, "Hey, didn't we have a meeting scheduled?" I didn't. I blocked all my time off and didn't actually cancel meetings. So, all right. So, trying to break this up so that we can have multiple database providers for the same EF context. okay, so I have a user. It's in my security namespace. So now, don't look at that. I feel like looking at somebody's CS proj file is like it's like looking at their unmade bed. Like, what are you doing here? Ugh. Yeah, here's what I should do. I should take so oh, this is going to be a mess. Because I'm going to end up having to regenerate my migrations and then redeploying them. Hang on. If I do that, I'm going to end up nuking and having to rebuild all the migrations, which is going to be less than ideal. I mean, I guess going forward, it's going to be all new installs of the app, so, like, who cares? Right? Hey, Kevin. Welcome. Couldn't connect to the Postgres DB. So that's the kind of thing that we're going to clear out with this configuration rewrite. And all right. Where was I? All right. Man, I don't want to do this. Error occurred connecting to database. Yeah, I'm not there. It's not even loading the assembly that has the migrations, but nuking these migrations, right? And yeah, see, this isn't being used now. Now for application configuration, I moved it. It's underneath this thing. That, quite frankly, is using Dapper instead of Entity Framework. And it's using a table called System Configuration. So the whole settings thing is gone. Yeah, and you got the same error, yeah. Like, I know I'm swatting a fly with a sledgehammer here. I know I am. And this whole thing, storage Postgres. Not that one. Storage Postgres security. Right now, these are broken. because they're referencing a... Oh, wait a sec. Hang on. You're 1 week into EF Core? Nice. Oh, you enjoyed the Jupyter Notebooks. That's great, Kevin. I'm glad you enjoyed that. There's a lot more I want to do with the Jupyter Notebooks. It's just a matter of time and priority, you know? No, I opened. I double-clicked. Thank you. It's interesting because I don't think these... Right? No. The game is afoot. No. Right? No. Yeah, they're polyglot notebooks, but it's based on Jupyter. Do I even really need to relate the two? Does this need to take a dependency on that? Right? Okay, so these are all the frameworks. Hang on. Let's go back. Let's go back. You know? Yeah, reload everything. Go get a new one here. Do I really need... Have I been over configuring this? Do I really need that configured there? Build failed, and it's because all these things are looking for NPG, SQL, and entity framework and whatnot. So if I go down to... I may have been overthinking this. What is it? Item group. Look at this. Hacking CS Proj files for fun and profit. Oh no! What was that? Spotify decided to open. So with those two added, and I try to build, does it identify what all the things are? Okay, they're looking for a reference to comp. Fine. I don't mind adding a project reference to common. That's web test. Don't care about that. Yeah. Yeah. It does reference the context. It does. You can't get away from it. It's right there in ye old security context model. It's in the snapshot. So we do need to move things. Ooh. I do need to finish that. So, yeah, let's spin up a security project. This is going to add a reference to it. You are going to go away. So this should now build properly. Building failed. Tags app security is missing a reference to common. That's fine. Because I have a thing. I have an include file that's commonly included in all the projects that has a global usings, so that everybody gets the same references. There we go. So that worked. All right. So now if I build my Postgres implementation, yeah, you know all the things. That's not part of this. This is. Who dat? Hey, UNESCO. 23 months.
7 just resubscribed for 23 months.
Thank you so much. 23 months with us, and I'll make another donation to the American Cancer Society. Thank you so much for that support. Here we go, down here, this one. Yes, I don't know what those are. Too bad. Make it. Rebuild that. Build succeeded. Fantastic. Feels good. Okay. So now I'm going to do the same thing but with the SQLite content for those migrations. Yeah, boy. So let's create another project. New project. Class library. Tags app. Storage. SQL. Sure. Yep, there we go. And I'm going to take all these, cut it, drop them in there, lose that one. This, add a reference to common and security. And all of these are going to have... Oh, maybe not. Yep, there we go. Now see, why is that in there? How'd that get in there? Right? Like, that doesn't belong in there. This could be where I messed things up. Let's see. Oh, look at all this. Doesn't belong in the SQLite one. No, errors. That's what I was looking for. Yeah, see. This doesn't feel right down here at all. And even then, do I really need migrations for SQLite? I don't know. That feels weird, but migrate stuff. Come on. Close that stuff out. Now, also, the namespace should probably be updated. Have I tried semantic kernel yet? Nope. I just got access to OpenAI. So, not that one. Down in here. Like, I wasn't on the grant list for that. Which is, right, it's one of these weird things that happens with my colleagues. Hey, we need you to demo this thing. Hey, I need you to give me access to that thing. Oh, well, we can't give you access to that. Sorry. Guess what I'm not talking about? Yeah, why is this in here? This has to be, I made a mistake generating and putting this thing in here. Yeah, SQLite auto increment. This one should not be in here. There it is. Azure OpenAI. Yeah, we can't give you access. Well, actually, and rightfully so, I did have some folks on the Visual Studio team, yes, not give me access to something so that it didn't inadvertently show up on the stream. Yes. And that was actually a little bit with Copilot Chat. I was purposefully not given access to that so that I didn't show it on stream. Do nothing. Do nothing. It's the stub provider. Don't do anything. There's nothing to do. I was in here. I don't know why you just popped out there, friend. Rebuild. It is easy to mess up with that kind of thing. Yes. Build succeeded. Good. So now, because I have all that broken out and nicely architected, I should be able to come into the web, add project references, and I should be able to add security. Try this one more time. .NET Clean. It should help with that. Yeah, there are so many feature flags running around in Microsoft and Azure. It's kind of crazy. So, all right, what do we got? Could not load file or assembly. Well, you don't need to now because it's referenced. You dog. Service extensions 153. Over here. Right now I don't need to do all this mess. right? I can say, ooh, look at all that nonsense. Right there. Type of. Nope. Tags app, storage, Postgres, security, migrations. What? Security context model snapshot. It's right there. This is the same one that it was in. There is no fixing. This one didn't move. It's not public. Yeah, I know. Don't care. Do it again. You're gonna make me do this upgrade now. Hey, Aztec!
Aztec Consulting just resubscribed for 39 months. Proud to continue my support for all your hard work.
Oh man,
Hope
that
all
is
well.
that is very kind. Thank you. Seriously, that's very cool. Thank you. No, I didn't want to do so. And I'll make another donation to the American Cancer Society. Thank you so much. Turn off the pre-release. Yeah, we should take all of these updates. How you doing, Aztec? Yeah, these are some good updates. With the latest DF core, do we need to explicitly enforce... Hang on, let me check that. Explicitly enforce relations in our context using the on-model creating or with navigation properties? No, it's been doing the work without any kind of explicit enforcement. Hey, Digital Drummer Jay, hello. Why am I getting a warning there? Something's vulnerable? Nah, we're good. Try that again. We're doing all right. Building the things, doing the upgrades, trying to make something a little bit more flexible here in the various providers that we have available for it. Does YouTube live chat see the messages? YouTube, do you want to answer that for Scott? How's that? All right. So that worked. I should be able to log in. Log in with my Microsoft ID. Of course it doesn't work. That one. I have to re-register again? Yes. Really? All right. In. Admin. I'm the only user. And kablamo. This is where we need to do some work, is getting that provider screen. Finally, after almost an hour. Where's my runtime? Almost 2 hours. We're going to be finally addressing... Okay, so the YouTube stuff's broken too. We got to get that wired up now. Too many secrets. I'm interested in all types of astronomy, not just C-Tech astronomy.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
I do. And it's a reference to a 90s computer hacker movie that is so out of date now it's not even funny. Super green. Super green. Yeah, 90s. Can you believe it? Have a good one, Dr. Cox. So, yeah, you see the Restream bot sending messages back and forth. Before I go any further, we got it working. Commit those changes. Yes, him. Well, he's not here. But that's an even older movie. He might drop in. You never know. You never know. Yeah, I think we're good. Add the new ones. Split up security, migrations, and context to make easier. All right, so at least it's building now again. Right? And the great music in the 90s, I'm not going to disagree. So people hire you to break into their places to make sure no one can break into their places. That's right. Oh, so many good bits of that movie. And my gosh, Robert Redford now is he is not the clean cut fella that he was back then. Oh boy. Robert Redford is an old fella now, isn't it? Ooh. Okay, I don't need access to the Azure stuff or the Twitch stuff for right now. Security is where we're going to be. Don't need that right now, or this. No, don't need that. See, there we go. Looking under the bed there. It's just hideous. I think we're good with that too. We're all old fellas. I don't know. Hey, Gun Popo, welcome. Just to be sure, is there any external tool you can use to test your web app security? Not off my knowledge. Not to my knowledge. To do that type of penetration testing? What am I doing? Stuff. What are you doing? we're writing code. There's a message at the top of chat. It tells you what we're working on. Let me see here. I am in my local container. Let's connect to that one. I got a spinner thing. That looks good. That looks good. Makes it look like I'm actually doing something. This is how you can tell that we're doing work. Stuff. That's right. Duh, stuff. Spinning. I'd like to do a query now. Fine. Here's the really neat part. I've got Copilot installed here in Data Studio. Yeah, you're not sure what it is. So let's delete that. It doesn't handle the double quotes well in the editor here. And let's restart. I'm going to drop into the web project and .NET Watch at this point. We should be good. Link at the top of chat that'll tell you more about what Tags app is. Pen testing is very specialized. You're right. Ah, Gun Popo. See? That's part of the fun of that name. It's a little bit of both. Is our friend Junie Von Esch listening? Is she out there? I don't like to call people out, but okay, so it started properly. So I should be able to do my login deal and get logged in. And there it is, making me log in again. Yeah, we're good. So that feels good. Moderation. Look at all that. And nothing's running because we've disconnected everything. So stand by. So I think she's okay if I share this. So I mentioned that I was looking for some help with a logo. Yeah, I'll open paint.net. No, I did not. Acid Necro. And we came up with this as an initial concept for a logo. It's a hashtag tag for Tags app. Huh? I think there's more we want to do with this. We may want to turn it 90 degrees or something, I'm not sure. But as an initial concept, right, that we're running with for a logo, not bad. I've also got this feeling, if you have a color scheme for your app, for however you install and run Tags app, it should pick up and run with those colors, right? So, I don't know. Maybe you're, maybe you're, right? Or I don't know, somewhere. Right? And right, I mean, heck, black's not going to work because of the black background. But maybe there's something like this. And, right, maybe your color scheme is somewhere down in here with something like this. And you can use that and have the logo kind of adapt to your color scheme that you want to use for the app. So it's an idea that we've been kicking around and working on. Turn it because it would be small if yeah, right, Steve, like if we can get it horizontal, so then because right? Especially for an icon, right? We want it to be, icons typically have a little bit more space horizontally. So, is the background going to be transparent? Yes. Yes, Eric. So, just some ideas that we're kicking. Okay. So, we got to get the social media providers back online, get them working. The foreground also going to be transparent. My thinking was use an image library to regenerate that image and have it as the two pieces and have it reach in and touch and say, make this piece this color, make this piece that color, and then merge them together when you set your colors. And now you have your own flavor of the logo. So that we're not kind of mixing and matching and trying to work with overlay stuff. Looks very SVG-able. There you go. There's yes. Yes. There you right? So all right, we need to work on getting those providers working again. So let me go up into admin and right. So the providers need to know how to load their configuration. Right now they don't because they're trying to reach into a database and there's nothing there. But this is a user interface thing that we're going through right now. Let's see if we can get this cleaned up here. So in providers, this is on line 102. So over here, 102. Stop it. 102 right here. And it's saying string empty string was not recognized as a valid Boolean. So let's take this and say this should be string is null or empty. That should help with that. There we go. Could not resolve type. Pages, areas admin, pages providers in assembly. And yeah, that's a rebuild issue. Like some of silk.net, help me out there. Yeah, something like that would help. And that didn't work either. What do we got here? Get configuration by key. Method or operation is not implemented in Azure Q configuration line 24. Standby. Azure Q configuration. Yeah, if it's trying to get a key that it doesn't know. The key. Let's put some quotes around there. Is not available. Name is not available. Oh, because it's trying to get this one. Return key switch. No. Right, we can do something like that. Yes. Fine. Thank you. All right, that's good. Love it. Let's move this one down. Then we can get rid of this thing. The keys is not available. What? Why is it trying to get keys? Beware docs, we're good. It's trying to look in a database that's not configured. Why am I streaming so late? Because I'm off from work and I was doing a bunch of home repair stuff this morning and felt like starting a little bit later in. Haha. Oh, that's funny. I just got a message that the Gunner Optics folks liked the picture that Fierce Kittens and I did together at Dev Intersection Conference last week. I think I can do this. Can't I do this? Is that a thing? I think it is. Yeah, we did that picture. And the folks at Gunner said, oh, we love this. So this was, right? She's wearing the Alliance glasses, and you can, where's the Alliance thing on them? You can't see the Alliance thing on them. The Horde thing is kind of hiding behind here, but the Horde logo is right down here. It's hard to see. You can see the Gunner logo etched up there. But we wanted to recreate the Warcraft 2 box, right? We wanted to recreate that, but not quite. And in front of these swans that are made of butter, they look like they're made of butter. They're not really. So tell your friends, tell your families, tell your pets all about Gunner glasses. We're enjoying them. I've got my Marins on today. Need to flip this image? Yes. Why is it looking for keys? I don't understand why it's looking for keys. Let me look through here. Yeah, why is it? Get configuration by key. And this is inside 57. Here. So where's it getting? Oh. Because of that. So it's trying to get that to output. Because it's looking at property in properties here. See that? And properties is inside here. The game is afoot. I'm tracking you down. I'm stalking my reflection prey.
I love it when a plan comes together.
That's right, Hannibal. Here we go. I'm going to do get properties. Yes. I want to do a where. Where the name does not equal keys. To array. Yes! What'd you do? I fixed it, Chris. Okay. So if we go look at like website down here, like there's no information. That's okay. Don't you love it when that feeling that something works? Right. I don't think I want the name, but I think I want the description. Where did that come from? So there's the div. Health status, please fill in configuration values below. So right there, description. So we should probably skip name and description here as well. So let's do this. Static string properties to exclude. And let's create a little array here that says, well, don't include those things. Right? Like keys, name, description. Right, so then down here I can say where, where properties to exclude any, let's call this X. X equals that name. So I want to return those where it's not in that collection. And now... Yes, rebuild, darn it. I want to see these disappear down here. Enabled should be okay, but still building. Website. Cool. So I've enabled and I have my queue connection string. None of these should be filled out. Yes. We still have some work to do to get them to load. That's okay. That's okay. All right. I mean, next steps, right? I've got the user interface for these things so we can configure them out there. Discord and Bluesky. Well, I can't load the configuration for them yet because I can't load the configuration for any of the providers. We're going to get there, but I can't get there yet. Fixed provider UI so that it now loads. Like, it's not working, but it's loading. And then the question is going to be, when we click save here, what's it do? Because these things each behave kind of independently of each other. And part of me also looks at this and thinks, let's not time out Thindall for being an idiot. That's where we're going, my friend. That's what's on the agenda here. So when I just click save there, what Azure Queue configuration, set configuration by key, does not do anything. Right, because I told it not to do anything with enabled. Bool.parse value, thank you. Go ahead, resend. String true, comma false was not recognized as a valid boolean. What? How'd it get there? How's it getting that? Huh? I have a feeling. Yeah. Checkbox. Property name. It's right there. In generating, yeah, Do you want it enabled? Yes, no. Yeah. No. What? Who? Huh?
Squirrel.
No. Because when it saves, it's pushing back the whole shebang. And on line 47, yeah. Right, because each one of these... Is it its own form? It is its own form. Are you telling me that there are 2 enabled flags? I might have 2 of them. Actually, it's not outputting activated because the name of it is enabled. Yeah. So let's try that again. Yeah. String on was not recognized as a... Where did on come from? You're right, Avijera. There was the deal. So... Eh. Sure. But here, this is string is null or empty. If it's not null and it's not enabled, true. No, if it's not null and it is enabled. String is null or empty. Right, because that's a string. No, I don't even need that. I can just do config enabled. Why? And I know that's a thing. Stop it. No. Back down here, enabled, save. Why does it keep trying to save on? There's something in the handler? Yes, look at that. Why is it on? Why is it on? That says it hot reloaded successfully. No. Mm-hmm. That's weird to me. Not gonna lie. Let's take a look in here at this. You. I will be right back. I need to step out for just a second. All right. Let's head back over here. So why is it returning on? That doesn't make sense. Start that back up. Here we go. So, once we've got this ironed out, we'll then get it saving, and then move on to the next providers. All right, so providers, and I was going down into website. Now, look at that. It says that it's enabled. It's not this one. This one. Right? Now, why didn't I hit a breakpoint there? Azure Queue configuration, set configuration by key. 38. It's down in here. Yeah, why is it passing the value on? Let's look at the call stack. Let's look at the calls. Thank you, call stack. Config set value by key. Enabled on. All right, where's that coming from? Config enabled equals get activated status from the submitted values. Mm-hmm. Yes, so what is submitted values? I will let you break. And try you again.
Developers.
Hey, catchy nickname. Hello. Okay, so we need to change it from... It's fine. Right, so it's looking for the enabled, and if it's... Yeah. If it's enabled, and if the value is on, it's going to turn it into... It's going to return true or false. This needs to be enabled so that it skips through there. Yeah. Wow. How did I fall that far behind on YouTube? All right, providers, yes. Website, good. Hit the breakpoint, all right. And well, it's setting enabled, but it isn't actually saving that setting. It should down here, and this doesn't know how to save configuration yet, does it? Or if it does... Ooh. Right, so it should be like down in here. Right. So the Azure Queue configuration enabled equals false. So let's take a look at what's in there. Right? Hey! What's with the spinning? Let's go! So this provider configurations isn't where it is now. It's now in system configuration. Website. So it's saving all the things in there. Yeah, enabled false. It got it. I don't want it saving this other stuff. I can. That's a data serialization thing, right? Right. JSON ignore. I think. Right? Like. I think so. All right. So let's go back over here. Close you. Delete from system configuration where ID equals website. And even then, right? Like, let's call this provider to lower right. I think that looks better. Yeah, I think that works. I could give it another model to save with less properties, but if I just remove it with the contract, I think that works. Because those other properties aren't going to... Yeah, they're not going to be traveling across APIs, I don't think. Let's see. No. No. There we go. So now if I turn that off, save. I hit a breakpoint. Breakpoint. Ba-ba-ba-ba. I have a feeling it's not picking up the... Where's the get? Where's it doing all of the get over here? Checked is property value does not equal false. Show me. Okay. So that's on Blazot. Here. Pin that. Come here. Have you ever seen this? How you use the watch and you can kind of the quick watch and you can pin some of these things like that. I want the name also there. Now you're just out of control. All right, I guess that works. So that was Mastodon. Mastodon. Come here. Twitter. Why isn't it including the enabled? Boop. Thank you. I got both. You've gone too far. Why is it still saying... Okay, Mastodon, Twitch chat, Twitter, Azure Q. All right. Why is it? That's... No, I don't want that one. Whatever. So enabled is false. So property value is going to be false, right? It made it uppercase. Have a good one, Thindall. String comparison. No. No. Always got to tell it ignore case. It's not a method. So restart that. Hey, how you doing there? This is the real voice. Hello. What are you the real voice of? I never asked. And I feel bad about that. Okay. Admin, providers, websites. See, I thought I disabled that. Really? There, nice and short, enabled, false. But it's checking it. Why? No, there should be property value does not equal false. No, don't resend. Okay, so that is updating properly. Okay, you do voice work. Hey, fantastic. I've been wanting to do voice work. I've been told that I've got a good voice for that. So, now what? Be nice to clean up that label. Actually, am I not doing a label 4? Yeah, label 4, and then at display name. Where's display name? Come here, show me you. If it has a display name attribute. Perfect. Hey, old, bald, and grumpy. You've been told you have a face for radio. Me too. Oh, thank you. It's a real voice. Hey, this is the real voice. Right? In tech, being able to speak clearly, and I try not to carry my Philadelphia accent too much, but yeah. Where did I go? Oh, display name. Yes. Let's put a display name on this. Let's call this Azure Q connection string. No. And did not update. And now I feel sad. You let your Canadian accent slip sometimes? I will, for fun, let it fly through here. Hey, C# Titan, hello. Yeah, my, you'll hear me say water instead of water. You'll hear me say coffee instead of coffee. You know, it'll sneak out every now and again. No, it did not pick up the display name argument. Interest. Because it's in the it's on the wrong jam. It's supposed to be up here. Close. Close. Now I got it. Park the car. Yeah. Get the car keys. Yeah, I left them on my spare car keys that are hanging on the peg. Can you get me a pop? No. And I'll let the John fly every now and again here. Wrong keys. All right. So when this is enabled, if it's enabled and it doesn't have a connection string, we should probably you hear it. You hear what? Chase. I always Chase Echo. With the John, yeah. Oh yeah. You're considering using Electron in your latest OSS project. Is that a bad idea? The challenge with using Electron, while it's really convenient and gets you cross-platform quickly and allows you to use your web skills, the challenge with it is Google updates Chrome quickly. So if they detect a security issue and they patch Chrome, now you're the violation. Now your app is the problem. Chase Secco. Okay. Just want to make sure I pronounce it right. So that's a little bit of what we tout as a differentiator for Blazor hybrid apps built with .NET MAUI. Because instead of it using Chrome, they'll give you that same built-in browser component capability, but instead of it being a browser component, it's a web view. So when you build and deploy to Windows, iOS, Android, or Mac OS, it has the appropriate native web browser embedded. So when that operating system patches their web browser, your application gets patched as well. So it's a good mix. It's not supported on Linux, but it's a good mix. Okay, there's clearly more features here that I need to light up and bring into the mix here. Right, so like Twitter, the configuration points for Twitter are the HTTP config options. So that's a thing. Mastodon's the easiest one to configure, and I need that base URL for Mastodon. Let's see if we can get Mastodon working again. And if we can get this working again, I would feel comfortable. I would feel comfortable parking this work and going and working on either Discord or Bluesky. And get those dialed into the mix here. All right, so I want the Mastodon configuration. So description, name, enabled keys, base address is the one we need to deal with here. I don't think we use this anymore. No, we don't. One second. What was that? Something on Mastodon popped. It's a thing. Thank you, Alan. Appreciate the boost over there. Nah, we're good. We're good. What do I think of iObservable? It's all right. As a web developer, I don't run into it. I'd rather avoid iObservable when I'm building and go right into MVVM with Community Toolkit and just work right around all the observability stuff and having to generate all that code. So, it doesn't know the configuration. Oh, the configuration key's up there, which is wrong. Yeah, that's not it. No. Because what I do have is the ability to get it there. Purely an event-driven backend. I'm not sure you go with advanced, delegates, mediator, or iObservable. This is going to end up with events. This is going to end up with an events model. As it's grown and evolved here, events is becoming more and more clearly where it needs to end up. I think I should just use this as a standard for these things. But it's the ID of this to lower invariant, and the ID is website. Ugh, don't particularly like that, but I feel like that should be in. It is. It's right. Right. So then in here, and I wrote most of this stuff like quickly. Right, Mastodon configuration like that, and we're set configuration. That works. But over here, yeah, we need those settings coming through. So we're gonna JSON ignore. But when it serialized, nuts. It's not getting. I vote for events and delegates. For this. Well, hang on. I'm passing event objects, which is a little bit more like what Mediator uses. But I'm not going to use Mediator because I find Mediator terribly confusing. for new folks to learn from. I find Mediator to be terribly confusing. It is not a framework for beginners to use, nor something that I find educational for teaching people all about .NET. It's a good framework. A lot of the work that I do is in educating and getting people interested and interested and empowered to do more with the programming language and tools. Mediator is a couple steps removed from some of the basics. So it's perfectly fine for CQRS, absolutely. I don't need that level of abstraction. I've tried doing it on stream and using Mediator, and I have lost everybody within the first 2 streams. People are like, I don't know what the heck is going on. I've never seen this before. So, but where I'm right now, I'm deep into plumbing. Oh yeah, yeah. And it drove contributions to the project to 0 because it was so complex. That's the thing to understand about when you bring in an enterprise pattern like CQRS and a tool like Mediator. For an open source project, you don't have folks that understand your domain-specific language, your nomenclature. So all those things that as an enterprise team, as a project team, you understand and can build with and go and grow with, they do not have that in the open source project. So it's, you're right, Fovid. Yeah, any framework, if you don't know the framework, you're going to get confused. It's CQRS and Mediator introduce several layers of abstraction over the default tool set that ASP.NET or whatever user interface framework you choose to work with provides. It turns around the way that you interact with those things. And that confuses people. The key thing for having a open source web product you want people to be able to contribute to is making that on-ramp as easy as possible. And if it's confusing, they're not going to contribute. So in my case, they're not going to watch. So I am looking. Where the heck am I? Not in here. No, that is where I wanted to be. Man, nuts. When it's doing the get and set configuration. When it does the set, when it does the serialize right here, I need to tell it there we go. Where is it? I need to tell it to what? No. JSON serializer options. I thought I was going to be able to get away with that. No. I thought I had to tell it to grab, right? The base properties. No, we'll do it right here. How do I get the base properties serialized as well? You can use the set the include fields. It will include both public properties and... Yeah, but will it get base properties? You can consider using attributes like JSON property to explicitly specify properties in fields. Okay, so let's do that. We can do that, right? Right, so here we can also add JSON. I thought it was JSON property. No. Mm-hmm. Come here. How do I get base properties to be serialized by system text JSON serializer? Da, 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 da. Mm-hmm. Okay. Fine. JSON property name. Right. Sure. I don't need to do that one. That one was in the output. Do I also... This is a time span. I wanted to try Mastodon. Yes, go ahead, rebuild. Let's see what we get. Let's see what we get. Or is it purposely skipping it? Okay. No. All right. Is it purposely skipping it in the provider's user interface? In properties, where are we getting properties? Load view model. Gimme. Uh-huh. So it's doing a straight get properties and not looking at the base. Right. I want to do think I want to do flatten hierarchy. Or public. That's it. Yeah. Right there, right there. All right, all right. Add in the default also. No. No. Right, it at least includes the use HTTP too. Why? All right. Let's say, is it because I didn't have instance? Instance and public and flatten hierarchy. Okay. So why isn't it getting... Hey, that tells me nothing. String, join, properties, select. We're going to join these with... really? Property select, p dot name. Enable API key, blah, 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 blah. There's base address. There's base address. There it is again. So base address for some reason isn't being output. Something's deciding later on not to output it. The game is afoot. Okay. So over here in providers, yeah. So it's got the properties for it, yeah. No, I don't use the CW. Nope. They gave up on the Arrowverse, so I don't use the CW anymore. I failed to acknowledge it.
I know nothing. Nothing.
Okay. All right. For each var property and properties, switch the property type. When it is assignable to a type of string, when it's a Boolean, well, it's not picking up. It's not picking up that. What? All right. Let's do this. There's a fundraiser for it. The is assignable from should be reversed like that. Right. Is assignable from that type to some other type. Type C can be assigned to a variable of type string. And in the case of URLs and timeouts, it's not. Well, hang on. Input type. This. Input type attribute. Let's go back into here. Yeah, input type timeout, input type URI. So it's going to return that value. And what's happening is it's basically not finding anything in here. So input type comes out and it is... It's going to be URL or timeout. So it never gets down into this. So let's take this. Look at that big old switch case. Nothing. You reboot, rebuild, do the thing. Let's go. Come on. And it's still not there. All right, this is annoying. So that's bouncing off of there. Over here. We're getting somewhere. Pattern equals, yeah. If input type equals URL, it's URI. I'll leave it that way. Jump back through here. No, make it... And it's timeout. There we go. Now I still don't have labels to go with it. Because I moved them out. Cool. Yo. I don't think I need these here. No. Wait a sec. I don't think I needed those. Where was it? Interesting. I guess I did need them. Fine. And there's that true false bit again here. Now, how did we fix that? So this is the same thing on the Boolean that we had with the enabled. Oh, man. This. Yeah. Oh, brother. Hey there. Oh, what a pain. What a pain. And the whole purpose of this is so that we can generically format this screen and just have it wrap and generate the token, the UI directly here. This doesn't make sense to me. This is going to be the same set configuration by key. Which feels weird. Like, I don't think I need that. Okay, so it saved that. And if we take a look at Mastodon in the database, provider Mastodon. Okay. That worked. I didn't get the headers. the default headers. We need to figure out how to format that. But I am up against 6 o'clock here Eastern time, and I should wrap it up here so that I can take care of some family things, get some dinner. So let's do this. Let's get some things committed to source control here. Get things cleaned up, and we'll see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network that we can get you connected to. What do we have? Oh, yeah. Updated to start saving config values from UI. And even then, I'm going to end up trashing this UI in just a little bit anyway. Not trashing's the wrong word. I'm going to end up rebuilding it again in Blazor. Move all this into there and rework it over there. There we go. Content is pushed up. It's on the GitHub. So if you're interested, you can go, you can find the source code for Tags app, download it, check it out, put some comments in there. Let me know what you think as we continue to move forward, building, adding this configuration capability. And then we're really gonna get into doing some very interactive things on here, because we want particularly Discord interaction for Twitch streamers to be able to get your Discord content appearing live on your live stream. The link is pinned to the top of chat, telling you what I'm working on. You can click and take a look at the project that we're working on. All the source code is there if you'd like to check it out. Thank you so much for tuning in, friends. Let me see who else is streaming on the big Twitch TV network. Who can I get you connected with? Who's doing something fun out there that I can connect you to? I thought I just saw. I thought I just saw a friend go live. I want to raid somebody who's doing another charity stream. They're a friend. They're a creator. Oh, yeah. Wednesday, I'll be at philly.net. Yes. I've got more planned before then, too. I'm going to raid a friend who's a creator. I want to go say hello, support her. We're going to go raid Quiltoni. Thank you so much for tuning in. Those of you watching on YouTube, I hope you have a terrific rest of your day. There's going to be other videos of mine linked down here and over there or up here or somewhere. You know where it is. Thank you so much for tuning in, friends. I'll be back tomorrow morning. We're going to wrench on some of this, and we're gonna dive in and crank through and see if we can fix and get more of this application online and running with our new configuration system. Have a great rest of your day. Have a good evening, wherever you might be. I wish you good health and good coding. Take care.